what you are doing and make your way back to the floor. Book talk time, time to read a book that maybe you've never read before. Sing with me. I know who I want to read to me. Mrs. Radway, please just won't you read to me? I know who I want to read to me. Read to me. Read to me. Read to me. Boys and girls, today I'm going to be asking you to make a book talk of your own. All year long, you have been hearing me do book talks at the end of class where I talk a little bit about a book, but I don't give away the ending. Today, I want you to pick a book, and I want you to go through the steps that I have on the next slides so that you can share a book talk with others. At the very end, there is a Google form that you can type up your book talk, or if you choose, you can make a video of your book talk and send it to my email. Let's get started. Today I want to do a book talk on May Among the Stars. It is a picture book written by Rhoda Ahmed, and it is a wonderful book for us to remember to keep dreaming about what we want to be. Remember that the first part of a book talk, you need to introduce yourself. So you will say, hello, my name is blank, and I am in blank grade at Lowell Elementary. So mine sounds like this. I've got my writing over here on the left so that you can see what I'm talking about over here. Hello, my name is Mrs. Radway, and I am the librarian at Lowell Elementary. There, I've done it. I've introduced myself. Now I need to introduce the book. That is step 2. I have a great book to tell you about. It is May Among the Stars by Rhoda Ahmed. Now, if I had the actual book, I would show you the actual book right here so that you could see the cover and take a look at the illustrations. Step 3, you want to tell a little bit about the book and give a summary. If it's a fiction book, you're going to want to talk about the characters, the setting, and the problem, but do not talk about the solution. If it's a nonfiction book, you'll want to tell what the topic is, maybe a couple of cool facts, and then maybe show some of the text features that helped you do the reading. Here's my summary. This book is about May, who was the first African-American woman astronaut. But this book starts when she was a kid, dreaming about being an astronaut. But then a teacher said that that wasn't a good job for a girl, so she felt really discouraged. Notice how I told you just a little bit, 3 sentences about the book. Don't go on and on and on, or your audience might lose interest. Next, you're going to want to make a connection. Maybe your book makes you think of something in your own life. Maybe your book makes you think of another book that you've read. Maybe it makes you think of something that's going on in the world. My connection sounds like this. This book reminds me of other characters that show grit and determination. May really worked towards her dreams, even when no one believed in her. The next part of a book talk is you want to share your emotions. This book made me feel. Now take a look at all of those book covers where there are different emotions that you might be able to think of. You might be happy. It might have shocked you. It might have actually made you sad. There are some books out there that we love because they make us feel really sad for the character. It maybe made you feel angry or surprised, or maybe you just absolutely 100% loved it. My emotion sentences sound like this. I love anything about space, so this book made me feel excited. It brought me back memories of when I wanted to be an astronaut. I don't know if you know this, but when I was a 2nd grader, I really wanted to be an astronaut. Then you're going to want to share your favorite part. It was so awesome when May's mom continued to let May dream big about being an astronaut, even when the teacher said she should be a nurse. I put a little reminder here. Don't spoil any surprises. If there is a part of the book that's a cliffhanger or it tells the solution, don't share that. even if it is your favorite part. Find a different part that maybe leads up to that cliffhanger. Then you're going to want to make a recommendation. You should read this book because it will get you thinking about what you want to be when you grow up and how to work towards that dream. Think about why other people want to read the book that you are talking about. If you have any other connections to other books that we have read together or that you have read, you can make a connection at the end. This particular book made me think of another book we've read together called A Computer Called Catherine. So I wrote, if you liked reading A Computer Called Catherine, then you will probably love this book too. And then I like to finish up my book talks by telling where you can find it in the library. Remember, we've got the fiction section, you've got the everybody section, you've got the nonfiction section, we've talked about biographies. Maybe now that we're not able to go to the school library, you tell where you can find it online. Maybe you tell where you found it in your house. Maybe you just say it's a fiction book. Maybe we've got it in the library. It's completely up to you. My conclusion to the book talk sounds like this. You can find this book in the Everybody section in the A authors for Rhoda Ahmed. The call number is E for Everybody, AHM. And then that's the end of your book talk. You have gone through all 10 of the steps in order to tell your book. To review, that means you need to introduce yourself, then introduce the book. Then you'll want to give a summary where you tell a little bit about the book. But remember, don't go on and on and on, sentence after sentence. Then you'll want to make a connection of something that it made you think about with yourself or another book or in the world. Then you'll share your emotions on how it made you feel. Then you'll share your favorite part. But don't give away the ending and don't tell any of those surprise parts or the climax of the plot. Then you'll make a recommendation. You should read this book because. If you have any other connections to other books that it made you think of, tell that right here. And as a conclusion, tell your readers where they can find it. Now, because I couldn't share this actual book with you because it's at school and I also cannot go to school, I found a read aloud of it on YouTube that I will share with you on the learning board if you would like to read the book that I am sharing. So now it's your turn. Write a book talk on your own, and then on the learning board there is a link to a Google form. The Google form will look like this. You'll fill out your name and your classroom, and then you'll get down here into the book talk. I kept the little posters here to help remind you of the steps that we take when we're making a book talk. And then down here is where you will type your answers. Your Google form, I'm in it underneath my name and I'm already logged in. So you will be able to type your answers in right here. At the very bottom, you'll be able to push submit. Now, if you want your book talk to be shared with your class, give me permission by clicking yes on this last question. If you would just like to complete the assignment to finish your work, then just click no. That means that you're sharing it with just me and I'll be able to read and grade it, but then if you would like it shared with others, then click yes. The choice is yours. It will not affect your grade if you want it shared with others or if you do not. Take a risk and let's see what happens. I can't wait to hear about the books that you have been reading. Give me your best book talk. Bye, friends.